We are here to answer all of the questions that we get in our comments from friends and family, all about our short-term rental business right now.
As you can see, we are not at our Airbnb right now because there is somebody currently renting it. So we pulled off on the side of the road in Joshua Tree to bring you this information. If you have questions that we do not answer in this video, please ask us down below and we'll be happy to share what we've experienced.
Aren't you worried about people messing up your home?
I mean, yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
We've had a telescope broken, we've had a plant pot broken. Luckily, that's been about the extent of the situation. A dog peed in the house, but it was nothing like, not damage that would ruin anything really.
Yeah. There's two things we've done. We haven't centered the house around partying. We don't cater to a lot of guests. So we've kind of excluded ourselves from a lot of mishaps there.
Yes.
And then another thing is we've tried to advertise it as a peaceful, relaxing,
calm experience
Yeah.
with no TV. So I think that has kind of helped eliminate,
deter like parties or people that just aren't going to treat the house with respect. Because if you're not looking for a peaceful, relaxing place, you probably
won't book our house.
Book our house, yeah. You'll book a place that's more party friendly.
As far as long-term renting, I personally would like to maybe do that in the future, but short-term rental, just, you get more bang for your buck. Does that make sense?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
So with short-term rental, it's more gambling. With long-term rentals, you can have steady income. There are some great benefits to it, but it's more of a gamble to do short-term.
And honestly, I would like to do long-term during the summer months. Like this summer was slow during the weekdays, and if we had had somebody here for maybe 3 months, we would have just had that steady income instead of the gamble, and we would have known like exactly what was coming in every month. So maybe next summer it'll be something that we look into, but we like short-term because we love our house and we want to be there and enjoy it as well.
Yeah, that was one of the big reasons that we wanted to get into Airbnb, because we were like, how can we have a place to escape when we need to get out and go to somewhere that we love without having like a huge extra cost? So we love it out here. We love coming out here. And if somebody's there for like a year and we can't come, like,
be sad.
And then we'd have to rent an Airbnb and give somebody else money.
So it's like, it just doesn't really make sense for us right now. But like I said, maybe during the summer and maybe in the future when we're just over dealing with short-term rental.
Yeah. So we get a lot of questions about how we found our cleaners.
It's maybe our most asked question.
Yeah.
Cleaners.
How we found our cleaners and like plumbers in the area and stuff like that. One thing that we found from the beginning, and I forget where we found it.
Someone told us about it. Maybe our real estate agent?
Yeah, maybe our real estate agent told us about it, but there is a Facebook group specifically for this area called like short-term rental, Joshua Tree short-term rental resources or something like that. And it's just a community of people that do the same thing that we do, and some of them have been doing it for a very long time, and there's so much good information on there that we just went and searched on that Facebook page, cleaners, and in the comments, there's numbers, people that are willing to do it, people that are new.
But also, with that being said, make sure to weed out the people that are not scammers, but there are people that don't have a good reputation, that have changed their names a couple times. And if you're watching this, you probably know who I'm talking about. There's a little tea for you, but just be aware of that and really vet with like, maybe find a friend in the area that you know.
Or find somebody that uses them and then maybe contact them
specifically. Like we have given a couple people our girls because we love them so much. So we have given them extra business, and it's great for all of us because we're all growing.
Yeah.
So that has definitely been a huge benefit, is that Facebook page resource. Finding short-term rental insurance out here is really difficult because we are on dirt roads, and a lot of times insurance agencies don't want to insure you because you're far away from civilization, let's just say.
We're far away from a fire station, so we couldn't get normal insurance.
But we do have a fire hydrant like right outside of our property, so that was good. We went with Foremost Insurance. It is a little bit more expensive than other insurances, but like we said, we kind of priced it out. Geico wouldn't do it. We got AAA to do it. Because we had a fire hydrant out front, AAA would do it, and we had them for a minute, but I backtracked and went with Foremost because I got more bang for our buck there.
Yeah, and they specialize in short-term rental and other things as well, but we found that when you're in a more rural area, it's harder to find insurance, and we have to pay a premium to get insurance because we don't want any liability and don't trust Airbnbs. We heard from so many different hosts that to not trust Airbnb's own insurance. I don't know if that's true, but you know, it's just just nice to know that if anything, God forbid, happens, that we're covered.
And it's $2,000 a year, if you're wondering. And we pay it up front, so we don't put that into our monthly budgeting.
This year, we pulled from our savings. If you're gonna have an Airbnb, you need to have a savings just in case anything goes wrong. And we've been using our savings for things like this.
Would we do it again? If we did it exactly how we did it this time, yes, I would do it again.
No, I wouldn't do it.
There are things, really?
I would hire some things.
I loved it because we got to really know each other on a different level. We've been together for 15 years, you guys, and married for 4. We got to know each other on like a new level. So I think that for our relationship, I was like, okay, I would do it again because we spent so much time building together. It made me love the house even more. But
Sure, there is pride of ownership, and if you know that you put in that tile or like you did all the work, you want to show it off. And I feel like you might be more detached from it if you have contractors come in and you don't have the love in the house. So there are give and takes. It was a lot of work. I mean, with everything comes sacrifice, and we both sacrificed a lot to put in 4 months of work to a house.
felt like a year in 4 months.
So just know that
We would do it again.
We wouldn't do it again, but I would do some things different, like hiring someone to do the ceilings.
Okay, that I wouldn't do again.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so I would do it again. Just I would save up more to pay for more of the things that we wanted to do because we did everything on a budget, and now we're slowly going through and adding all the amenities that we couldn't afford originally.
Ready over revenue. Revenue over ready is what we
Yes.
heard. So that's why we're doing it this way.
So that leads us into our next topic, which is doing construction DIY with your spouse. How was it?
We bickered more than we've ever bickered in our entire relationship. And it was because we were both
No.
freaking out. Then you didn't know what you were doing and neither did I. So it would be like, you're doing it wrong. And then you're like, no, you're doing it wrong.
I'd watch a YouTube video so I would know how to do it, and then she would start doing it wrong, and I acted like I knew what I was doing, and I would get mad at her.
Vice versa, yeah. So we would both watch YouTube videos and then do it together. But I enjoyed it, like I said before, I really learned how you tick differently under pressure. And also like running a business together is great. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think I was always worried about working together. I thought maybe we wouldn't be able to work together, but I feel like we do a good job. Obviously, we do things differently. Our brains are different.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I noticed. I noticed, one, how similar we are, and we get mad when the other person reminds us of something that we don't like in ourselves. Yeah, so that was one of the biggest things.
It's made us stronger.
Oh, it's definitely made us stronger. And I think it'll be good to have these memories to like look back on and everything that we did it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it again.
How much are utilities every month?
I don't know how much utilities are every month. Electricity is about 100 and something because of the AC during the summer.
You know what? We're gonna have to cut into this
Say what
with that.
This is how much we spend monthly on
Utilities.
utilities. Here's the number. Ready?
Average, because every month it fluctuates with AC usage, all that stuff.
And that's it?
The last one.
Oh, what's the last one? Oh, no, not right now. Yes.
I mean, so the thing about this whole business is there is a lot of greed in it right now. As I'm sure you see on YouTube, people are like, this is how you make the most profit,
That's how you
doing
retire.
your arbitrage, and it's like, that's totally fine if that's the business you want to be in. We are more in a human business, and what we're doing does impact local communities.
Yeah.
So we feel like there is an amount of, obviously we're bringing people in to the community. We always recommend the local places. We post and tag all of the local places around here.
Try to shop as local as possible for decor and everything.
We definitely, I could see us wanting to expand. The problem is right now we have so many plans for the one house. It's on 5 acres.
We have a lot of acreage.
That we could possibly in the future put another property on that land. So we'd be more likely to do that since it would be like more cost effective, I think, right now.
Or a trailer. I think that might be something before we start like building.
Like a glamping experience.
Because then we could stay in it and not mess up the house if we had people coming and we had a project we were working
But
on.
ideally they're both booked.
Yeah.
Full time. But yeah, so it's definitely something that's in our future. As of right now, we are happy with what we have and are going to put as much into it until our vision is complete.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And we're very excited for what we have coming up on the channel. We have a ton of big projects. We're in the middle of moving ourselves. We'll take you along for that journey. If you're new to the channel, we bought a house in Joshua Tree over the last year. We've been renovating it ourselves.
Got it up on Airbnb.
Yeah, we've been documenting the entire experience. So if you want to know what it's like, go back to the beginning and watch the whole thing. We've had so many people do that. Thank you for all the nice comments.
Yes.
And everything. So
again, if you have any more questions for us, if we didn't answer your burning questions, let us know down in the comments. We're not hiding anything. There's some things we don't feel comfortable sharing, and that's just gonna be what it is. So
yeah.
yeah.
But we're not trying to sell you anything. We're just telling you what it's like. So